Hi there, welcome back to my channel. So next week, the 30th of March till the 1st of April 2025, I will be shooting a 3-day netball tournament in Pretoria at one of their prestigious schools. Now, this will be a first for me. I have never shot a 3-day tournament like this. It's going to be incredibly long days. I believe the first day is at the very least a 12-hour day if there's no delays in the program. So that's going to be quite a stretch. There's a bit of travel involved from where I stay to Pretoria and back, to keep that in mind. And then every evening, I still have to dump all the photos and send those through to the agency that needs them. So it's going to be quite intense. I'm really looking forward to it. All right, so what am I taking with me? Well, I'm going to be shooting on my Canon M50 Mark II. It's got quite a fast frame rate and very good dual pixel autofocus. The agency has asked that we shoot at slow continuous shooting. They require about 150 to 200 photos per match, so it's not too bad. The only thing that is worrying me a little bit about that is they want JPEGs. So I'm used to shooting in RAW. Everything I do, I shoot in RAW. And JPEG to me just has a bit of finality to it when you've done that photo. So that is a little bit of a concern for me. I've never done that before where I've shot an entire tournament in JPEGs only. I can shoot RAW and JPEG large, but I think that defeats the purpose as I have to upload the photos to the agency every night, like I said. So there's no time to edit the photos anyway. That is just something I'll have to deal with and make sure that my camera settings are always spot on to get the action properly exposed and to freeze the action. But let's see how that goes. I'm going to take you along for the ride. So when you see this video, it will be the end of the tournament, and I'm going to try and include a bit of footage from the tournament where I can, and maybe just give you an update every now and again as to how it's going. All right, so I've told you about the camera that I'm taking with. What else am I taking with? Well, we'll get to lenses in a bit. First thing I'm going to take with, monopod. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to need the monopod or not. I want to take it with just in case. I've got my GorillaPod's ball head attached to it. They've requested that all the photos we do be in portrait, which is fine. So I'll just mount my camera on here and just set it to portrait orientation and see where it goes from there. I found that the monopod does add a bit of stability to it, especially if the lighting conditions get a bit dim. At the moment it is quite cloudy and rainy in Gauteng. So we'll have to see how it looks next week, if the weather is cleared up or if it's still cloudy. Yeah, the agency has some pretty specific requirements for the photos, as you can imagine. And one of the requirements is that your ISO do not exceed 1000. Obviously for noise purposes, for digital noise, and because these are JPEGs that we'll be dealing with, the amount of noise reduction you can do might not be as effective as that on a RAW file. All right, second item that's going with, memory cards. Lots and lots of memory cards. Even though I do feel that I might only need my 128 gig SD card, which when I checked on the camera, it said that it can do up to, well, at least 10,000 large JPEG photos. That should be enough, but you never know. So lots and lots of memory cards. I am taking my flash with. I'm probably not going to use it. I'm sure the ladies will not be impressed if I shoot a flash into their eyes while they're trying to catch a ball, but you never know. It's one of those just in case things that I'm going to take with on this trip. All right, batteries and chargers. So I'm going to be taking with 2 chargers that charge via USB to keep the batteries charged. These LPE12 batteries on the M50, they do not last very long. So yeah, I need batteries. I'm taking with 5 batteries, which hopefully will be enough for the day. And then I'm also taking along 2 power banks to charge these batteries as we go along. I found that this does work quite well. Charging the batteries with a power bank. I'll just stick it in the charger, keep it in my camera bag, and they charge as I'm shooting with the next set of batteries. So it should be fine. It should work all just fine. All right, lenses. The primary lens I'm going to be shooting with is the Canon EF-S 55-250. It does have image stabilizer built in. The downside of this lens, not being an L series lens, is that the widest aperture on this is f4. And the moment you start to zoom, it goes up to 5.6. During daytime, I find that it's not that big of a problem. I have achieved quite good results with this lens with rugby and netball. All right, and then what you'll notice is I have it's the EF to EFM adapter on this lens. So this will go with, and when I swap lenses, this will stay on the camera and I'll just swap lenses from the adapter itself. So should the lighting conditions be such that I need a wider aperture, I'm going to take with my 50mm lens. This goes up to 1.8 and lets in a ton of light. Now, even though it is a 50mm, with the crop sensor, it's closer to an 80mm, and that does give quite a bit of a challenge that I'm going to have to be moving around quite a lot to capture the action, especially as the ladies get closer to me. So I'll have to be moving around a lot, keeping in mind there's a lot of referees running around as well. All right, what else am I taking with? So we've been told that there will not be a lunch break, not for us at least, as photographers. We're just going to go from one game straight into the next game. There's usually a bit of a 5-minute gap or so in between matches. So I will be taking with a cooler box with water, maybe some energy drinks. I will have protein bars in my bag or on my person so that if I do need a snack during the day, I can just grab those. And then I'll just make sure that I have a good dinner when I get home, just to make sure that I'm all fueled up for the next day. I will also be taking with sunscreen, very important, especially if the sun is out. All right, then I think I'm going to end the first part of the video here. And then I'll catch up with you again on Monday when I am on my way to the tournament. Good morning, day one. It is 6:30. I've arrived at the venue and found my spot. I'll update you again during the day. Hello. Okay, well, that's the end of day one. I am extremely tired. It was a very, very long day. We got rained on, had a couple of hours delay due to the rain, carried on with play and everything. So right now I'm just over my shoulder here, busy uploading all of the photos to Google for the agency so they can get going on those, which is going to take a couple more hours. It's quite a lot of photos to get through. So, but yeah, it was good fun. It was a good day. I did enjoy it, and tomorrow I get to do it all over again. So I'll chat to you again tomorrow. Okay, so that's a wrap on day two. It was a much better day than day one. We only had a little bit of rain towards the end. Fortunately, I had a plastic bag in my camera bag that I could use to cover my camera with, so I could continue shooting. I'll show that to you in a bit when I wrap up this video. For now, I'm still just uploading thousands and thousands of photos for the agency so they can put them live for the parents of the kids to look at and purchase. So it's definitely an adventure. It is long days. It is a lot of time on your feet. My back is absolutely broken. But it's good fun, and I really enjoy it, and days like this really make me remember why I do photography for a living. So we'll carry on with day three. Good morning. All right, day three. It is the last day of the netball tournament. I am on my way there. I am still quite tired. Was not too impressed to have to wake up today. But yeah, let's do this. It is all good, tons of fun. I do really enjoy it once I'm there. I think it's just the process of waking up when you're still quite tired from the day before. So let's have a good day.
I'll try and do some filming during the day-to-day when I'm there. It's not always very easy, as I do have to focus on the games. But let's see what I can do and take it from there. Cheers.
Okay, so it's been a week since the end of the netball tournament, and this will be the last part of this video. So it was a ton of fun. You would have seen from the clips in between that I was quite tired. I was really very tired. On the Wednesday morning, when I got to the school, I really wished that it was just all over already. But once you get going and you get the photos and you get the shots that you want, it all becomes worth it, and you get energized and you really enjoy it. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I will definitely do it again if the opportunity presents itself. I'll insert a few of my favorite photos quickly for you to see now. And then hopefully this coming Easter weekend, I may be doing another netball tournament at another school, St. Dunstan's. So we're just waiting for confirmation from the school. I'm really hoping that that will happen. So this may indicate a bit of a switch in the direction of my photography. I've been very focused on cars for the last couple of years, and I think it may be time to switch things up, to get more into sport photography, a bit more people-focused photography. It might just be a good step for my career. I really hope so. All right, so thank you very much for sticking around. Thank you for not unsubscribing. Hopefully I can make more videos and get these things out to you. And so I will see you in the next one. Cheers.